Again, we have a 3-2 count with Badillo at the plate. We're here in the bottom of the second inning.
He hits that one sharply to the shortstop, who picks it up, throws over to Gutierrez. I mean, not Gutierrez, sorry. Throws it to first, but it's a bad throw in the dirt, and that will send Badillo to second base.
Well, that puts the runner in scoring position for Lamar. Chance to get back a run.
Batting next for the Vikings is number 3, right fielder, Eric DeBrill. Yeah, it's pretty good to get into scoring position with only one out. That pitch is outside for ball 1.
And we needed that one. We need a little help there this early in the ball game, being down 7-1.
That pitch inside. DeBrill does a little bending of his hips to avoid being hit possibly, but it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, Kelly was 3-0. We have DeBrill at 2-0, so hopefully DeBrill can find a way to get on base here with that.
Lays down a bunt. It's picked up by the pitcher and thrown, and just barely gets the runner out. So that'll go down as a 1-3. The next batter for the Vikings, it's left fielder number 8, Caden Hadawi.
Hadawi again was brought up from JV.
First pitch to Hadawi is inside for ball 1. Boy, DeBrill almost legged that thing out. Pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Hadawi.
We just saw Hadawi play last night on JV, so he's been hot.
A high fly ball into right field. Looks to be playable, but the right fielder, he does track it in. That would be Boudreau for out number 3. No run scored in the bottom of the second inning. The score remains 7-1. We'll be right back. Leading off in the top of the third inning for Nimitz is number 16, Leo Martinez.
Martinez is 1-1 for the game, has a run.
Swings and fouls that one. Looks like off of his ankle or shin. It's going to be strike 1. He's going to take a moment to step out and walk that off a little bit. That's a pretty painful sting when that happens. Yeah, he had that single back in the second inning when that hitting and other getting on base barrage happened. He steps back in. He's ready to play again with an 0-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out.
The deal with the delivery.
That tails off outside for ball one.
The deal at 46 pitches for the game here in the third inning.
Pitch misses low for ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And Martinez is the leadoff hitter for Nimitz here in the top of the third.
Next pitch is a high fly ball that's going to go foul and just right in front of the net. So Sutherland really didn't have a chance at that. He would have had to collide hard with the wall and the net to take that one. Count stays at 2-2. I can see the camera work. I don't know if that's David or Brendan up there, but tracking one of the cars westbound on I-30 there. Giving you a little view of the traffic out there moving pretty well today.
Two count here. No outs. Top of the third.
And the next pitch swung on and missed for strike 3.
Martinez strikes out for the Nimitz Vikings. We have Brian Boudreau coming to the plate.
Batting next for Nimitz, number 22, Brian Boudreau.
Boudreau walked in the first inning, scored a run.
It's a high fly ball to left field. Had Dowie coming in, but Sean Kelly moves over at the edge of the dirt and makes that one pitch at bat out. The next batter, number 11, John McDuffie. So McDuffie comes up to plate. He's the number 9 batter in the overall order for Nimitz today. First pitch to him misses for ball 1.
I believe McDuffie had a
pitch misses for ball 2.
Duffy had a ground out with an RBI in the second inning.
He hits that ball foul. It goes over the Nimitz stands, bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, he hit a ground ball that Gutierrez picked up and stepped on first base and
scored the runner.
And the next pitch swung on and missed for strike to retire the side. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the third inning, it's Wesley Powell. Strike one. Powell led off with a single back in the first inning. That pitch is high for a ball. I think we've missed one pitch. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Powell. Looks at that pitch catching the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Powell. And the next pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So a full count to Wesley Powell. Again, a great leadoff batter for the Lamar Vikings. Hits a nice base hit to left field, just over the shortstop's head. Didn't have a chance at that one, so he'll get on with the leadoff single. Leadoff single for Wesley Powell. Now batting number 6, Kyle Foster.
Powell improving his batting average. He started out the game at .415. Now with that single. Again, Foster was brought up from JV, showing bunt. Check to first base.
Powell slides back in plenty of time, or dives back. Kyle struck out looking his first at bat in the first inning. Again, JV player, great second baseman, brought up playing second base and batting second in the order today overall. Swings and misses at that pitch for strike 1.
You know, Bill, sometimes when some of these guys come up from JV, boy, they want to make an immediate impact. And you can see Foster up there trying to make contact and drive a run in. So
definitely so. We know his dad, Chris, is listening in today, so hello to Chris Foster. Unable to make it to the game today, but definitely tuned in to see how his son is doing in this move up. That next pitch was high for ball 1, so 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Kyle deserves the opportunity. He's been playing very strong on JV, so hopefully he can come up here and have a good at-bat.
Next pitch, Foster thought about showing bunt, but he pulls back, and that pitch inside for ball 2.
I'm curious to see if they're going to keep the bunt on here with a 2-1 count. Especially since Powell can just straight out steal second base on this guy, on Castro. So
there is a bunt. It's a
nice
bouncing ball that the catcher's going to have to pick up.
Nice bunt by Foster.
And I'm
advancing Powell to third.
And Foster's going to go to second. And Tony, he was going to be safe even on the throw.
That was a great
So
bunt.
I think that's an infield hit for Foster.
It is.
And then the error on the missed ball is going to make him go to second. Now batting for the Vikings, number 24, Jose Gutierrez.
So Foster making immediate impact on Varsity here. We have Foster at second base, Powell at third, with Gutierrez coming up with no outs.
Swing and a miss for Gutierrez. Runners at second and third. Now, I just got to say one more thing. That bunt, it was laid down beautifully. The way it bounced up high, the pitcher couldn't get to it, so the catcher went over to pick it up. By the time he got it, Foster's speed had him almost to first, and he did outrun the throw, which the throw was off, which is what allowed him to go to second. There's a swing and a miss by Gutierrez. Now he's going to go over and talk to Coach Kino, get straight on some signals, or just get kind of a affirmation of something.
Gutierrez had a double in the first inning to score our only run.
Yeah, he knocked in Powell on that stand-up double. Powell, who had reached in the first on his single and then stole second.
So this is the guy you want at the plate now with men at second and in third. Now 0-2 count, not so great, but he's a good hitter. And has power.
Yes, he does. Pitch is outside for ball 1. sophomore playing at the varsity level. Played at the varsity level last year as a freshman also, and is really...
Age-wise, he should be a freshman.
Yes. I think he's still 15.
Yeah.
Here's the next pitch. That one in the dirt, but the catcher...
Evening the count, 2-2.
Catcher Carrasco keeping that ball in front of him, which keeps the runners at second and third. Gutierrez's stance open just a little bit towards right field. That ball is off the glove.
Wow.
Goes off to the right. Now, Powell was about halfway to first. Halfway to home, but I think wisely brought back. We don't need to waste a runner here with nobody out. Runners at second and third.
We have a 3-2 count here with Gutierrez up. Again, we have runners in scoring position.
And so, started off, we were at 0-2, and like you say, he's a smart batter. He fouls that one away. That was going to be a strike, I believe, and he fouls that one off over toward the Lamar dugout.
Castro at 42 pitches here in the top of the third inning.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third, sorry.
That's all right. And Gutierrez, unfortunately, swings and misses for strike 3. The next batter for Lamar, number 2, Nick Lorente. Well, Lorente's going to get a chance to get a hit. He hits a high fly ball to the foul territory off first base, and the first baseman does come over and make that play. That's Bryson Candelaria, so 1 pitch, 1 out for Lorente. Batting next, number 7, William Sutherland.
I believe Sutherland reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Or the second inning.
Actually, he flew out to left field.
Gotcha.
And that pitch catches the corner of the strike zone, and Sutherland asking for a chance to get a little dirt on his hands, get a tight grip on the bat. Umpire says, sure, go ahead. Everyone's back in now, ready to go. He hits that one over towards second base, and that player will make the catch for the third out. Score remains 7-1. We'll be back. check that out. Okay, and then in left is leading off in the top of the fourth inning. It's number 2, Brendan Williams. Well, I'd like to say hello to Gary Scheib, who's listening and watching on his way back from Possum Kingdom Lake, and he made a note to say that Thally is driving. He's not while he's listening and watching the game. First pitch to Williams from Powell. Swung and missed for strike 1. So, Gary, we miss you up here in the booth. Gary's always up here keeping the scorebook and helping with scoreboard and keeping us straight on facts. We miss you today, but hope you have a safe drive back from Possum Kingdom. Next pitch, swing and miss for strike 2. Pitch. And that's going to be a called strike 3. So Powell comes in and gets a strikeout right off the bat, no pun intended. The next batter is number 3, Saul Garcia.
Garcia is 1 for 2 with a run.
And the first pitch called strike. And I just got some text messages from my wife who's over at Irving Nimitz watching the JV game, and they are up 6-0 in the middle of the third. That pitch tails off and misses for ball 1. So the JV Vikings having a good time over at Irving Nimitz right now. My son Charlie Frawley, courtesy runner, scored a run early in the game.
All right.
Glad to hear that. That pitch misses for ball 2. It's a ground ball hit sharply to second baseman Kyle Foster. He picks it up, throws immediately to Gutierrez for the second out. The next batter will be number 13, Jacob Castro. Also tuned in, we believe, today, Bill Rice, relative of the Powell family up in Indianapolis. So hopefully they're enjoying the broadcast today. Keeping up with Wesley, who was out in center field, now pitching. Has retired the first 2 batters he's faced.
Castro is the pitcher for Nimitz. He is 1 for 2 for the game with an RBI. Powell delivers, ball. Well, Powell just came into the ball game, got his first 2 outs. Nice.
Pitch is inside for ball 2.
2-0 count here. Again, we are in the top of the 4th. 2 outs. Wesley Powell on the mound.
Bouncing ball hit to third base.
That'll be an E.
Badillo over at third. Moved from the pitcher's position.
Second error for the Vikings this game.
Running at first base is number 7, Alex Martinez. Now batting is number 8, David Gonzalez.
Gonzalez walked in his first at bat, eventually scoring a run. Nimitz runner with just a slight lead at first base.
First pitch is fouled sharply over toward the dugout.
Some sweet sound effects by Bill Frawley here.
Getting a few laughters from the crowd. Pitch tails off and misses for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. To David Gonzalez. There are 2 outs with a runner at first base. here in the top of the fourth inning. Game moving along fairly quickly. That pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2.
So Powell dealing here, coming straight into the ball game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. Should be out of the inning. Again, we had the error at third base.
That ball's going to go foul into the bullpen. So I'm trying to look in the field, Tony, and catch all the changes that were just made. It looks like Kelly and Foster still at short and second. Gutierrez still at first, but we've got Badillo at third. Fuller is now catching. That pitch misses for ball 2.
Looks like we have Harcrow in left, Hadawi in center, and DeBrill in right. Outfield shaded to right. Powell with delivery.
There's a line drive that's going to be a base hit into right field.
DeBrill gets the ball in quickly.
Keeps the runners at first and second, so that'll be a base hit. The next batter is number 15, Rico Carrasco.
Carrasco is 2 for 2 for the ball game with an RBI and a run.
That pitch out of the glove of Fuller. He goes and chases it down, but the runners do advance to second and third now. And the count 1-0. That ball hit foul to the netting right in front of the concession stand here, the Viking Cafe. Always serving up some great eats and drinks. You got to just come out to a ball game for the food sometimes. These burgers are great. You got to try a Shipwreck.
Yeah, or you can get hit by a foul ball. That's another one, depending where you are in the stands.
Hey, bring that to the booth and we'll autograph it for you. There's a foul ball off the mask of the umpire.
That's a 1-2 count here. Again, we have 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
And I like what's happening here, Tony. Fuller, the catcher, he knows that ball went off the umpire's helmet and mask, and he's, hey, I'm going to go talk to my pitcher. You know, just I've learned that from some coaches before. Just give that umpire a chance to walk it off without him having to say, hey, I need some time.
That could only improve the umpire strike zone. Let me tell you something.
I would hope so.
All right, it looks like he's okay.
Yeah, he looks to have a smile on his face as he flipped the ball back and forth with the pitcher there.
He looks like he wants to call a strike. That's what
I think so. I think he just said to the batter, you do that one more time. No.
Again, Nimitz has runners in scoring position. At second and third base, we have 2 outs here, a 1-2 count here in the top of the fourth. Nimitz at bat.
It's a high foul ball that's going to go out of play and went over the fence, wow. I believe, just left of the foul pole. So
he knocked the crap out of that one there, Bill. Hopefully he doesn't straight that one out. Let's get a strikeout here.
No kidding, because that one, if it had not been picked up by the wind or hadn't had that hook to it, that would have been a 3-run dinger, I'm afraid. So Powell looking to deliver another pitch here with a 1-2 count.
There you go.
And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. No runs scored, 1 hit, 2 left on base. The score remains 7-1, and that brings us to the 4th inning stretch. And we will be back. Leading off in the bottom of the fourth inning, it's Sean Kelly. Kelly hits the first pitch for a base hit over the shortstop's head into left field. Leadoff single for Sean Kelly. The next batter is number 5, Cameron Badillo.
Badillo definitely with the best walk-up song.
Oh, what happened to Radioactive being the best?
Yeah, that was nice. All right. Second best walk-up song. All right, again, we have Kelly at first base after that leadoff single. That's a ball 1. Castro still on the mound for the Nimitz Vikings. He is their starting pitcher.
So hopefully the Lamar Vikings can get something going here in the bottom of the fourth before it gets too late into the game. Got no outs, a runner on first. It's a ground ball hit to the second baseman here. He fumbles it. That was going to be a double play ball, I believe, but he fumbles that. So now Badillo reaches with an error. That's the second time he's reached on an error today.
Attaboy.
Whatever it takes.
That's right.
The next batter for Lamar, number 3, Eric DeBrill.
By the way, Kelly had an incredible lead. He should have been stealing that base right off. He was almost halfway down on the pitch.
The unfortunate part of that would have been, though, the ball was hit to the second baseman 3 feet from second base, and he was going to be dead. So
DeBrill shows bunt.
Pulls back. And I didn't see what the call was. I think it was a ball, but
we'll put it as a ball. We'll see.
We'll see if the umpire corrects us.
That's called a home ball right there.
In case you've never been up to the broadcast booth, we are operating the broadcast, the announcing, and the scoreboard.
All right.
That's fumbled by the pitcher. So now DeBrill reaches on an error. And the bases are loaded. Well, and we're going to have a call to the mound here.
I'm going to tell you, the coach can't be mad at the pitcher here. He can't control if guys make the plays for him or not. I think he's just getting with everybody to talk about how they're going to handle it with bases loaded. We have Hadawi going to be coming to the plate here. Hadawi is 0 for 1 for the ball game. Again, we have bases loaded. We have DeBrill at first.
It's number 8, Caden Hadawi.
I believe we have Badillo at second, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And Kelly at first. So bases loaded for Lamar.
So Kelly's on third, Badillo's on second, and DeBrill on third. There's a bouncing ball up over. Oh, and they just get him at first. That bouncing ball that went over the pitcher's head, but that will score Sean Kelly. Scoring for the Vikings, Sean Kelly. Now batting for Lamar's number 1, Wesley Powell.
Powell with a hard single his last at bat.
So with Lamar has runners at second and third for Powell. So fly ball out to center field. It looks to be playable. It is.
Score him.
But the tag is up, and Badillo is going to score easily from third. Scoring is number 5, Cameron Badillo. The next batter for Lamar, number 6, Kyle Foster. Foster coming up to bat for his third time in the game.
I believe he walked in his last at bat. Is that correct? No, doesn't. Yes, walked in his last at bat. Strike.
I think he had a single. That's what I've got written down, but I might be mistaken.
Yeah, I'm looking at the score of the game change.
Yeah, he hit that ball.
Yeah,
that,
it shows as a walk, but it's.
And he reached second on the overthrow. It's an infield single for Foster. The count now for Foster is 1 ball and 1 strike. That pitch is outside for ball 2. So Foster again brought up from JV for this game to see what he can do at varsity level along with Caden Hidali. Great player at the JV level, second baseman and a great leadoff hitter for the JV team. Standing here now with a 2-1 count. He swings and misses at that one, which seemed to be on the outside part of the plate. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got 1 runner at second base with 1 out. It's Eric DeBrill.
Nimitz infielder, Nimitz center fielder playing in. Castro still on the mound for Nimitz. That's a ball.
Pitch misses, yeah. So the count goes full. So Foster working this count, seeing what he can do to get on base here. Keep this inning going as the Lamar Vikings have scored 2 runs to make the score now 7-3.
Like to see us get to Gutierrez here if he can get on with a walk. Nice staying alive at bat. Nice cut by Foster. We have Gutierrez on deck.
And the next pitch.
And that's
high for ball 4. So a great at bat for Foster.
Well, he did his job. It allows us to get to Gutierrez, who definitely has the power to knock these guys in. Gutierrez for the ball game is 1 for 2.
The next batter, number 24, Jose Gutierrez.
Gutierrez has a double, has an RBI in the ball game. Struck out in his last at bat.
Umpire making sure we know there's 2 outs.
That was the home 1 out right there.
And the first pitch catches the strike zone for strike 1.
Again, Gutierrez struck out in his last at bat. I don't see that happening again. Hopefully getting up here and knocking in one of these runs.
There's a nice shot. Yes, a base hit out to right field. DeBrill's coming around from second, and he'll score easily. RBI single for Jose Gutierrez. The next batter is number 2, Nick Lorente. Scoring is Eric DeBrill.
Lorente 0 for 2 for the ball game, but we know that he's got a good bat, and this is a great situation with him with Foster at third base here. We do have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
But this is the kind of inning we needed. That pitch looks like it was coming in high, but it drops into the strike zone. Lorente holds back, but it's called strike for a 0-1 count now.
Like to see Coach send Gutierrez to second base here to have 2 runners in scoring position, especially with Lorente up.
Should be.
And there he goes.
There he goes.
They're trying to push a run in from third. There we go. So they're trying to get the run down here. Okay, they're not going to allow it to happen. They're going to push him back to first.
But now a throw goes to third, and that was in the dirt. It was close to being an out, but it was also close to being thrown away.
They were trying to get the runner at first hung up to score the run at third. Didn't work. They just kind of held the ball.
But Foster gets back to third in time, and Gutierrez back at first. So now we're basically in the same situation. No balls and 1 strike.
Foster did a good job once he saw that they weren't going to go for it. He stayed close to the bag.
Now a throw back over to
they're
first.
Trying it again. They're trying it again.
And they have Gutierrez hung up between first and second, and Foster's going to score.
He scored.
He scored before the out.
No.
Yes.
He's safe.
They're calling him safe. He does score. So Kyle Foster scores that run before the out was made. Scoring on the play is number 6, Kyle Foster. And after 4 innings of play, the score is 7-5. Leading off in the top of the 5th inning is number 23, Bryson Candelaria. So Bryson Candelaria comes up to lead off in the top of the 5th inning after our Lamar Vikings go on a scoring rampage with 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Number 23 is the batter. It's a high ball, foul ball that goes back over to where my vehicle is parked, back behind the broadcast booth. So the count, 1-1 strike. And the next pitch outside for ball 2.
Candelaria 0 for 2 for the ball game. Again, Wesley Powell came in to relieve the Badillo last inning. That's the batter.
That hits him right square in the middle of the back. And that stung, and he's not happy as he tosses his bat away. Takes his time to walk that off. That's going to hurt for a little while. The next batter, number 16, Leo Martinez. Martinez struck out swinging in the 3rd and got a single back in the 2nd and scored a run in the 2nd.
Shows bunt.
Pulls back, misses for ball 1. So Chance Fuller, who started the game at 3rd base, is now playing catcher. Did a good job of popping up quickly. That ball comes off the glove of Fuller, and it's going to go past, so that allows Candelaria to advance from 1st to 2nd. The count now 2 balls and no strikes to Leo Martinez. Now we're going to have a visit at the mound. There's no soup for you at the concession stand, but there's plenty of other great things to eat or drink. Stop by and get a burger, a hot dog, or try the shipwreck. Everything you need to enjoy lunch at the ball game. And remember, as always, well, after a little conference at the mound, just to talk to Powell and settle things down. So we've got 2 balls and no strikes, nobody out and a runner at 2nd.
Showing bunt again.
Not making any secret about that, is he?
Did he hit him? No, got the bat.
Got the bat, I believe.
Oh, they're going to get together to determine.
I think it hit his hand wrapped around the bat, which I believe is considered part of the bat.
Yeah, but I don't know if you go to the field ump on that call. Oh, man.
And I don't know how that.
I don't know how
if it hit his fingers wrapped around the bat, I don't see how that gets called.
Yeah, and I don't know how you have the field ump make that call. That's what the coach is coming in there to check on. That's a bad call. I'm with Coach on that one. I think that's a really tough call to make when it's an inside pitch and obviously the bat hit the ball because the ball.
Now, if it had hit his arm or something, I could see it. But he was like shaking his hand and squeezing his hand. It obviously. Now the field umpire is saying something about he was indicating bunt, but that doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't, because the bat made contact with the ball.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have no outs here. And here in the top of the fifth with runners in at first and second for Nimitz.
The next batter is number 23, Bryson Candelaria.
He shows bunt as well. Pulls back.
Well, maybe the strategy now is to show bunt, get hit in the hand, and get on base.
I'll tell you, that's.
I don't know.
After that call, I would do the same thing. He's showing bunt again. Trying to advance those runners in a scoring position.
Pulls back, and the pitch misses for ball 2.
Shows bunt again, but that's a strike. There you go. Again, Nimitz has runners at first and second. We have no outs here in the top of the fifth. A 2-1 count with Candelaria at bat. Shows bunt. Lays it down.
Straight to the pitcher, Powell, who throws over to Gutierrez for the out.
It's a new batter.
Batting next for Nimitz is number 5, Zach Wright.
Is Wright pinch hitting here?
So that'll be his first at bat of the game. He's got a pretty full beard.
Nice hair.
Yeah.
Nice beard, nice hair, man. I hope that doesn't lead to a hit here. All right, so we have the infield in, trying to protect, trying to get a run at the plate. Curious to see if he'll show bunt as well.
First pitch catches a strike zone for strike 1. So Powell with the first pitch strike there gets out ahead of this batter. No balls and 1 strike.
Powell with another good pitch. Oh, ball though.
Just barely missed the inside edge of the plate. So the count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
At home, that was a strike. Okay, the umpire got it wrong. Nice pitch by Powell. Strike 2. 1-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Again, Nimitz has runners at second and third. Nimitz is up 7-5. Infield is in, again protecting, trying to get a run at the plate, trying to get an out at the plate, sorry.
There's a swing and a miss.
Strike 3.
For strike 3. The next batter is number 2, Brendan Williams.
Williams is a leadoff batter. He is 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs in the ballgame.
First pitch low for ball 1. Well, the Lamar Vikings trying to get this third out before either of these two guys in scoring position can make it across the plate here.
Yeah, after that last inning with those 4 runs, any way we can keep the run totals down for Nimitz. Here we go. Delivery. All right, we have a shot here. No, it goes foul.
Into the stands.
Some more sound effects here at the ballpark. You miss it if you're not here. You'd love it if you were. So we have a 1-1 count here. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Again, Nimitz with runners in scoring position. Powell on the mound for the Vikings.
There's a hit to left field. It's going to be a base hit. It's actually going to go out almost to the fence. It's going to be a double, and that will score both of the runners. Scoring our Candelaria. Not sure who else.
Fix the lines here. It's showing, why is it showing, look.
First pitch misses for ball 1.
Why is it showing 7-1 on this? Who's that back? What number?
Hold on.
What was that last?
Leading off in the bottom of the 5th inning for Lamar is number 2, Nick Lorente.